Welcome back to the number one football podcast in the world, ITCH4INFO. And I'm your host, Ali P, and we've got my co-host, Neil, Niall, the bald slaphead, the egg, the famous egg, whatever you want to call him, he loves it.
The cracked egg, the poached egg. The scrambled egg, not so much. I'm not a scrambled egg, I tell you that, alright?
What, a fried egg?
I could be a fried egg.
I
could be a fried egg. Right, the most anticipated podcast, I will put that in there as well. Right, week number 4, the 4th podcast. We've already got the name sorted for this one. Yeah. Return of the Ron.
Let's get
straight into it.
Shall we start with that?
Return of the Ron.
Return of the Ron.
Give me your week from last week. Obviously, we discussed this late last week on Thursday.
Yep. Indeed.
There was itchiness Thursday night from you and the season ticket holder. Shout out the season ticket holder. He knows who he is. He knows where he is. Okay. There was a lot of itching. There was not a peep from me because it was hurting me.
Yeah, I heard it was hurting you.
It took me to a dark place.
Yeah.
I didn't discuss it really with anybody.
Obviously, this is talking about Ronaldo potentially going to Manchester City.
Yeah, potentially.
It was never going to happen, let's be honest. But it did hurt you. I know it hurt you.
But at one point, everybody was convinced it was going to happen.
it looked like it was happening, yeah.
It looked like it was.
Yeah.
And
there was a lot of memes and stuff sent to you, weren't there?
There was some stuff sent, but there was no reply. As we say, not a peep.
Not a peep.
And all I thought was, he's going soon. Right? So it got to Friday and I didn't feel great, I'll be honest. There was a few butterflies in my stomach. I was worried when that picture was going to pop up.
And a lot of bad food.
Ronaldo in a shitty shirt. Yeah, so wasn't great. But then someone popped up. I'm going to call him the electrician.
The electrician.
And he brought my attention to the odds on United signing Ronaldo and City signing Ronaldo.
Yeah.
The odds were favoured, obviously, towards United. That made me itch, I'll be honest. E45 was purchased. I did have to take a quick break from work and go and purchase some E45. And then as the day got on, I didn't say anything about it to anyone until I was really sure. Discussed it with a few other friends. I said, until the deal's signed and I see him in that United shirt, I won't believe it. I don't want to jinx it, anything like that. But the return of the Ronaldo's back. Yep. Boom. How do you like it? What do you think about it?
I think it's a very good move for the Premier League. It's a good move for United. It's a good move for Ronaldo. I said from when we talked even before, I said Ronaldo would want to spend the rest of his days sort of at United. I thought that would be the place he went. When I heard the City rumours, I was like, I can't believe it. I just couldn't see Ronaldo doing it. But yeah, like you said, it did come along and it looked a bit crazy. But obviously he's back at United. Big move. Does he do well?
Well,
does he do well?
How do we know?
You'd never know, but this guy scores goals for fun.
But I know you don't want him to do well.
Of course I don't want him to do well. He's gone to United.
No, but I know when he went to Juventus, he was obviously idolised there for a little bit by a few of you.
Maybe not me.
That might not have liked him before.
Oh, yeah, I can admit it.
Now he's back at United. The hate's going to come. The GOAT debate's going to come up. I'm going to bring that into it.
We're going to go there,
When we say the GOAT, we mean the greatest of all time, of our era, because I think through different eras you have the greatest.
Different times,
I think it's hard to say this player's better than this player in this certain era. But for me, this season, what they both do at what Ronaldo does at Man U, what Messi does at PSG, it is a farmers' league. I will put that out there.
I agree with that.
Apologise to any PSG fans, if there are any of you.
Or any French
If there are any of you, I'd like you to come forward and tell me how long you've been supporting Paris Saint-Germain for, and give me your roots and your links back there.
Big shout out to the mechanic who said that they're going to win the Champions League this year. You know who you are, and it ain't true. Ain't happening.
So yeah, I think obviously this season could be defining in what pushes the debate. I'd say it's 50-50. It depends who you speak to. Depends where their ties are for
you've definitely got more bias towards Ronaldo.
But I generally would sit there and look when you look at what they've done in their careers.
Yeah.
I mean, you see Ronaldo constantly breaking records.
And
Messi breaks
places.
records, but Ronaldo's had the nuts to go over to Spain, over to Italy, and now he's coming back to England. He's hungry. Messi I hate to say it, but he just wanted that cash. If he didn't want that cash, he'd have stayed at Barcelona and played for free. Football's a short career, I understand that. He's got a family to feed, but I'd say they're eating well. I wouldn't say they're eating, pasta and chicken on a Thursday night.
Do you think Ronaldo's taken a pay cut to come back to United? Let's be honest.
He has taken a pay cut.
He's taken a pay cut?
Yeah, he's taken a $6 million pay cut.
Wow.
Once again, it is chess,
wow.
not checkers.
I've enjoyed
I will keep
that.
saying this.
I've itched for that.
It will probably get mentioned every week.
Is this a fact? Is this a fact?
He's taken a $6 million pay cut.
Wow, I'm stunned.
He's taken a $6 million pay cut.
I actually enjoy that.
He's
Big
on
up
a
to
lot
Ronaldo.
less-
At least
yeah.
you're not like Grealish and Messi, clearly.
Not like Grealish. Right. So that's the Ronaldo debate sort of mentioned. He might get mentioned later on. I mean, this is Return of the Ron, so he probably will get mentioned.
Yeah.
We're just going to go straight into the Ipswich chat. So
Here we go again, eh? Well, I predicted 3-1.
I said 3-0.
You said 3-0, Wimbledon. It looked good at first, It looked good until the last sort of 9 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
2-0 and then 2-1, and then 96th minute comes 2-2.
Almost becoming a joke, which isn't funny anymore when people say Town are going to concede, because it's sickening for them Town fans.
Every home game has been 2-2.
Yeah, 3 home games in a row now, 2-2, 2 goals conceded each time. Leaky at the back.
Yep.
Seems they need a plumber. I don't know any plumbers, but if I do get hold of one, I will be sending them Paul Cook's way. He needs to, what frustrates me about Cook is he keeps signing players that he's saying he trusts, that he knows, that he's had before. The obsession with that can sometimes affect your team in a negative way. In the sense, so I'm not a football manager, but I've played football manager. And I used to sign the same players over and over. And sometimes they were awful, and sometimes they were brilliant.
Yeah, yeah.
It all depends. I mean, just because they like the manager and they play well for him at one club, there could be different circumstances.
Yeah, it's the way the team's set
his
up,
family life,
yeah.
his home
Yeah,
life,
exactly.
everything like that.
Anything
So
can affect you, definitely.
that would be my only problem with Paul Cook. Obviously, he's got it free in this week.
Yep.
A new goalie.
I think that was needed. I've said this since the start of the season. That I think the goalie wasn't quite right.
My only concern with that is he's another loan.
It is a loan, yeah, that's correct.
Which doesn't help, because long-term, sort of longevity in the sticks is important for a team of defence. New defenders coming in.
Yeah.
They see the same goalie each week. It does help.
Could be a loan that they end up, if they go up, maybe there's a purchase. We never know.
But, I mean, Town need to step it up. They've got, obviously, a 2-week break. No game this weekend.
No game is postponed, yeah.
Postponed against Wickham. They need to bounce back. They need to bounce back fast.
Yeah,
they need
definitely.
to win fast. They need to get that first win going. We've had it mentioned about rating the transfers. So what I'd say to you, then my question would be to you. Who do you think Town's best signing is they've made this season? Only one. Only want one. I don't want you to think about it for too long. Who would you say, tip of your tongue, who would you say is the best signing they've made this season?
Can it be a loanee?
It can be a loanee.
I'm going to go Macaulay Bonne. I think it's the best signing that they're going to make this season.
And definitely. I think your shortlist was Bonne.
Yep.
Kyle Edwards.
Yep.
And then I would probably say maybe Coulson. You impressed with him? He had a good game on Saturday.
He did, yeah. He had a good game when I went to watch, but he didn't. Obviously, he had COVID, so he's a bit not quite there yet, fitness-wise.
What about the worst signing? We'll go straight into that. Worst signing, if you have to say, who I mean, would you say it's the goalie? There's been a lot of criticism.
I'm gonna go goalkeeper, only because I don't think it's been a step in the right direction from previous to goalkeepers that they've had in the club.
Bilakovsky, they haven't moved on.
They haven't moved on since then. No, of course.
And he had his weaknesses as well.
Yeah, but he was a championship goalie.
Yes.
I don't think Ipswich have a championship goalie.
No, not currently.
No, maybe not even a League One goalie.
Maybe not even a League One.
Yeah.
Goal, which is frightening. But, right, that's Town sort of mentioned for this week. We do just want to speak about the women quickly. Yeah. Another 1-0 win.
And a perfect August.
They're not top. They're second behind Southampton.
Top. Yeah.
But shout out Ipswich women.
Big shout out to Ipswich women. Obviously, they're playing again on Sunday.
Who are they playing?
They are... I'm not too sure, to be honest with you.
I have to study that.
Yeah, I did study it, but I've forgotten. Yes.
Tip of your tongue, who is it?
It begins with a C?
That narrows it down. Anyway, moving on. We're going to talk obviously about our teams. Man United, we're going to talk about them just quickly. Watch them against Wolves. A big talking point was a Neves tackle.
Yeah. From Pogba.
I would say not the only tackle that has caused controversy.
Got a lot of controversy this week. Yeah, a lot
It's
of
not
controversy
the only
this week.
tackle. But Neves looked at the ref, tried to con him. There was contact on the ball. There was contact on the man.
Was it a bad tackle?
No.
You don't think it
Not
was a
for
bad
me,
tackle?
no,
You
no.
didn't think last night it was a bad tackle?
No. But obviously, Man U got the ball, give it to Greenwood, scores again, 3-3. He's on fire.
He is on fire.
Why is he not playing for England tonight? That's the main
there's a
question.
big question mark there. We think maybe something's going on.
Maybe a fallout with Southgate.
Behind closed
Who
doors.
knows? We'll have to ask Gareth. He probably can't remember. He'll probably
Jesse
say
Lingard's
who's
in the
Mason
squad.
Greenwood or something like that. Well, yeah, exactly.
But no Mason Greenwood.
I know Bamford scored this weekend, but he hadn't scored before this weekend before he got called up. Right. So that's United. Obviously, we want to talk about Liverpool, Chelsea. Main talking point there was that red card.
Red card
for Reece James.
Yeah. For me, obviously, I'm a Liverpool fan. I enjoyed watching the game. It was a good game. The ball was going in, so it's a penalty.
Yeah.
I don't care what people say. People have tried to argue and say that's not a penalty. That's a penalty. It's a stone cold penalty. As for the red card, it's a 50-50. Now, there was intent there because his arm moved forward to block the ball. At first, it didn't look like that. But when on the replay, which the referee sees, there's intent. If it's me, I'm giving a yellow. And I'm pointed to the penalty spot.
It's a deliberate handball. You can't give someone a yellow for deliberate handball.
But it
like
just
that. Not in
it
the penalty
happened
area.
so quickly. It was on the line. It was right on the line. So
I mean, wherever it is on the pitch is handball.
Yeah.
And then because it's in the penalty area and it's
blocking the goal.
blocking the goal. Like Suarez in the
but that
World
was bad.
Cup. Yeah,
that was bad.
That was worse, obviously.
Yeah, that was a lot
But
worse.
it was a red card then. Right. So you obviously think it's a red card. A lot of people said it hasn't. A lot of people said it have. For me, it's a red all day, every day of the week. Chelsea, obviously, they shored up from half time.
Yeah, they look. To be honest with you,
Thomas Tuchel seems a very good tactician.
A very good tactician. Yeah, I completely agree. I think the game was more open when it was 11 aside.
Yeah,
it was more open. But Chelsea just shut it down. Yeah, they shut it down in the second half. They looked good. They managed to control Liverpool and keep them at bay, and that's what they needed to do.
Yeah. So we have a segment that we started, questions, which we're actually going to change due to producer Dan
And
having a new idea.
This segment obviously is still going to count for points against each other.
What's the scores in the doors at the moment? 1-1? Or is it 1.5 to 1?
Yeah, I think it's 1.5 to 1
yeah.
to you because I give you a half point extra.
So there will be different forfeits. Obviously, the forfeits, as has been mentioned, is slapping a wet fish on my head. I would just like to mention a forfeit that I'd like to chuck in. There would be one, whoever loses gets choke slammed.
Through a table?
Just choke slam.
Just choke slam.
Concrete block, whatever.
Wow,
Really
concrete
don't.
block.
No, I'm joking.
Wow, that's too
We'll
far.
just do a choke slam onto something not too soft, and then we'll maybe someone can pick somebody to choke slam that.
I'll tell you what. Choose a wrestler move.
Yeah.
Someone in the comments get a wrestler move, and it will be performed. It will be.
I've
performed.
had a lot of wrestling moves.
I like the
performed on
Swanton
me.
Bomb. I like to do that to you.
All right.
Jeff Hardy
Swanton.
will be.
Is that the one where he's got him on the top rope?
He's on the top rope.
Right,
No. You're on the floor, and I like flip on you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can do it.
That would hurt. But yeah, so we got questions. So we're gonna bring in producer Dan here and explain a little bit about what's gonna happen.
So this new segment is going to be called Check the Study.
Check the study.
Check the study.
So I'm checking if you guys studied. It's from last Thursday to this Thursday.
Yeah.
Because obviously we record on a Thursday.
Yeah, that's cool.
We're just going to have a look at the study.
All right, we're gonna look at the study.
So we're going to do a shout out of your names.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask the question. At the end of the question, the first to shout out their name gets to answer the question. The other one can't say nothing. If the guy says it wrong, it gets passed to the other.
Yeah,
Okay.
cool.
Can we shout our names halfway through the question if we know the
If
answer?
you know.
Okay.
Wow.
It's an itch.
It's an itch.
So
Yeah,
we
if
can
you get that
itch.
itch and makes
We
you
can
twitchy and
early.
itchy, you got to go for it. Yeah?
It's an early itch.
All right, love it. All right.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Question 1. They're not too hard. It's for the itch.
All right, it's for the itch.
Who recently become the highest of all-time scorer?
Niall.
Ali. Oh,
Niall first.
Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Return of the Ron.
Ronaldo?
Yeah.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Okay. I'm gonna do a bonus half pointer for this.
All right.
How many?
Ali.
Come on, Ali.
111.
Oh, well done,
Yeah.
well done, well done.
Perfect.
So he gets 1 point, I get 1 point.
No,
right?
half a point you
Now
said.
he gets
half
half.
a
That was
point.
a bonus half.
So that's 2-1.
No.
No.
Do the
Two,
maths, do
two,
the
one.
quick
Ah,
maths.
big man, I can't.
2.5.
2.5 to 1.5.
to 1.5.
Okay. Ready? Question 2.
2-1.
What England player had his first ever call up to the national squad?
Niall!
No.
Patrick Bamford.
Oh, I
Yeah.
knew you were
Boom,
gonna
boom, boom. That's
Oh.
a boom for all you out there.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
How many
Yeah.
questions is there?
he's quick at
Five.
this. There's 5
Wow.
questions every week.
5.
Yeah, okay, let's go.
Okay, question 3. What Premier League team had the highest net spend?
Ali.
this-
Arsenal.
Yeah.
Well done.
Bonus point for half.
How much?
How much?
Ali, 134 million.
Ooh.
Oh,
I'm
no.
gonna pass that on.
No,
Very
no.
close.
134, so I'm going to go 140.
Nope.
What is it? What is
Oh,
it,
okay.
producer?
On the net, it's 131.
Oh,
unlucky,
man.
Unlucky. 4 and 1, that's close.
Do I get half a point for being
4
closest?
and 1. 1,
No, okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. Very close. Yeah.
Okay.
Itch.
How many
Testing.
players did Ipswich sign in
Niall.
the
Oh, you...
Niall.
No, come on, man. He's taking very long.
17.
No! No!
No,
No!
it's not,
No,
it's
it's
not,
not.
it's not.
Pass that over.
Pass,
Pass
pass.
that over.
Pass, it's not.
Pass that over, man.
I did make an amendment
Yeah.
because it changed.
He's wrong.
But it's not.
He's
VAR
wrong.
is everywhere. VAR is everywhere.
This
I saw it today
It's
Big-
not
I
18,
got
is it?
corrected.
big man.
and I changed it.
Can I pass this over to the season ticket
No,
holder?
no.
19.
No.
Yeah.
Big man. Yes.
When was it 17? It was 17 probably when you studied the question and then it's been
Yeah,
added.
it was. Yeah, it was.
2 on
7,
deadline
so-
day.
So, all right.
The goalkeeper was
When I
17.
You can debate that.
Selena.
You can have these
Yeah.
small
And
wins. It will matter at the end when you're getting choke slammed. I'll give it that.
When I studied,
Yeah.
it was 17.
Yeah.
Today, the season ticket holder
We'll take
helped
that.
me.
We'll take that to the deliberators who decide on that, and we'll
Well,
discuss that this week. Because
he said at- he
I'm
said
not
at the
going
end of
down
the-
without a fight for that.
He
one.
said
I'm
end
not
of the
going without a
transfer
fight.
window, 19.
No,
it's
but
not when he decided.
when he asked that question and when he had it on his phone.
Oh, it.
Yeah,
Carry
no,
on,
but it's
carry
the
on.
end of the
No,
transfer
carry on.
window.
You want that little one? You witch for it. It's up to you.
Now, listen carefully. Yeah, because I'm giving Ali a chance
Wow.
to relapse.
Wow.
So listen carefully and be quick. Just listen. What club has maintained the worst start to a top flight season ever?
Ali. Wow.
No,
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 no.
Maintain.
Oh my days. I want that calculated. If the fans think that was me, I'm having this point. But
We'll
you
get
can
to
go.
VAR after.
Yeah, okay, okay.
What fans?
The podcast
Itch.
fans.
Fans of
okay.
you. So the question. Just repeat the question again.
No.
Just-
Yeah, you can't be having this.
Maintain. All right,
You
maintain.
can't be having this.
Arsenal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Bang bang.
That was-
Boom boom.
That was easy.
Oh, well done,
So,
big man.
wait for next week questions.
Yeah, we're looking forward
Very
to that.
good segment. Shout out producer Dan for
That's
that.
a big
Very good
segment.
segment. I like that. That made me itch. That made me twitchy. Ali's shaking his legs here. He can't believe it.
I can't
He-
believe
he
we
thinks
robbed
he's
off that
been
last
done.
one.
He'll go to sleep dreaming. Oh, I got a question right. I got a question
You-
right.
oh,
He'll
you're
be
itching.
He'll be
You're
itching.
itching.
He'll be itching.
Hey, my
But-
guy.
Moving on from that, we have a little special segment where we're gonna have the rant of the week.
Rant of the
Do you
week.
have anybody you want to rant about, or anything you want to rant about?
No, I'm not gonna. I'm not
No?
gonna this week. I'm
Right.
gonna let it go.
Well, I know I said I'd hold off, but they just keep getting mentioned week after week. I need to have a word about Arsenal.
Okay.
I
so
s-
you are gonna do it.
I've got to.
See, I
I've got
pulled
to get
away
this
from
out of me.
that.
I have to
I pulled
squeeze
this
this out of me.
away.
I have to squeeze it
I
out.
pulled it away, but go for
It's
it.
almost making me constipated. I've got to squeeze this out, alright? So, Arsenal.
Shout out to Nacton.
I went to my amateur league game at the weekend, got there at half time. I looked at the screen through squinty eyes because obviously I need glasses. 3-0 down at half time with a man sent off.
With a man sent off.
on a Saturday afternoon.
On a Saturday afternoon.
At lunchtime, Arsenal are 3-0 down. They
to
end
Man
up
City, of
to Man
course.
City.
To Man City.
To Man City with all the cash money in the world. But
Grealish.
it's a madness. How did they lose 5-0? It's crazy.
They're an embarrassment, aren't they, really? Let's be honest.
They're a shocker. For me,
They've had a
Arteta
shambles.
has to get the boot. It's him, his signings this year. They're all over the place. Who are they?
And they've spent the most money.
Which
They've
is
spent
crazy.
the most money.
Which is crazy.
And they're nowhere near
Which is
competing
crazy.
for anything.
Which is crazy. But, yeah, for me, I mean, I'm not going to go too deep on him. That's all it says. Arteta needs to go for me. And when all the Arsenal fans are saying, yeah, Arteta needs to go, he does need to go. And I think he will get sacked. No
In the
doubt
next
about
few
it.
weeks. They won 4-0 against Brentford today in a friendly.
He's gone by November.
Yeah, I
For me.
agree. I think I agree.
He's gone by November. I was going to rant at some City fans saying you're a little bit quiet since Ronaldo didn't go, obviously, to the blue side of Manchester, the dirty side. But all I'll say is just keep your silence. When that oil money comes in, you sign someone else, you can pipe up about him. You didn't get Kane, you didn't get Ronaldo, you got Grealish. You can have Grealish.
You always said don't boo your team, don't boo your players and stuff like that, which I completely agree with. A lot of United fans this week, when the City claims come out,
Yeah.
there was a lot of stuff said.
What, the ones on Twitter?
Yeah, Twitter fans.
You can tweet all you like.
That is shocking.
That's just a small minority, big man. Yeah.
Maybe.
So don't always believe what
Maybe.
Twitter is on Twitter is factually correct. All right.
But
I've
they're
explained that
United
to you
fans, they're talking.
many times. They're talking, but people can have their own opinions. Everyone can have their own opinions. I'm just saying that you practice what you preach. You don't boo your team. You don't criticise him.
Got an itch.
It's as simple as he tarnishes legacy for me if he went there. Simple as that. But you know, the prodigal son returns. Return of the Ron.
Return of the Ron.
We want to have a quick shout out for Itchy Listener.
Itchy listener, let's go.
King of the North for me gets it.
Yeah.
Especially with his question this week. So
Yeah.
he's going to get it. This question he's got for us, we're just going to have a quick fire one. He wants to know how many Prem goals does Ronaldo score this season?
How many Prem
He's
goals?
already said 21.
He said 21,
He
didn't
said
he?
21
Yeah,
Prem
yeah.
goals. So that's a lot of goals
Yeah, it's a hell of a
Scoring
lot of
the Prem.
goals.
to score in the Prem. How many do you think?
I'm going to go 16.
16.
16 goals in the Prem.
That's a good return.
Yeah, I think that is a good return.
I'm going to go 12.
Okay,
So
so not as many.
I think he saves his best nights for United in the Champions League.
Yeah.
I think that's what they'll aim
He
to
wants
use
it,
him.
doesn't he?
He wants the Champions
he
League
wants
with
it.
United. I think that's the most important thing for him. But, right, so he's the itchiest listener of the week. There was a couple of others who got close.
Very close.
Shout out Simon Ralph. We'll touch on him maybe another week. Shout him out, though. I hope he's listening.
Just one time. Just give us one listen.
A few more shout-outs you want to do?
Right, yeah. So I've got to shout out Big Dan and T.
Big up, Dan. Big up, T.
Yeah, family love there, right there. I've got to shout out my boy Massive J.
Massive J.
Massive J.
Big J.
He's just so supportive of everything. Just a bit like, you know, he's always there, ready to help with anything. So bigger shout out to Massive J. Yeah,
I've
Simon,
got a few shout-outs.
You go.
AFC Kesgrave.
Yeah, it's another
Reserves.
win. Another win.
2-2,
Yep.
clean sheet this weekend, 1-0 victory against my ex-club. An emotional day for me. Went through all the emotions. Glad to get the victory. Get it done. Shout out Ballers Glory wherever you are. You know who you are. The electrician knows who we are. And a few others know who they are. Rodney knows who he is. But shout him out wherever he is. If he's in Penn, whatever, shout him out. Shout out my fellow bald friend, Watty, on civils.
Yeah, what?
Itching over the agitation. And shout out to, is it Dangerous Dave?
Let me go. Shout out to Slaphead Dave.
Slaphead
or
Dave.
Dangerous Dave. You can call him what he wants. On civils also. But what would you do for $1 million?
What would you do for $1 million?
What would you do for $1 million? That's the question.
Would you put a United shirt on and then tattoo Man United's badge on your forehead?
Oh!
For $1 million.
Not a chance.
He's a Leicester City fan,
Leicester
yeah?
City fan.
Wow.
Strong side. I would like to have a discussion with him
Yeah.
about Brendan Rodgers and the setup at Leicester. Made a few good signings. Maybe get him on the phone line.
Yeah, we can
Maybe
get him on the phone line. That is something we can do.
Yeah, he's definitely on it.
Yeah,
Dangerous
if
Dave.
you're on it, Dave, give us a message on the Insta,
But
the
shout
Facebook,
him out.
Twitter, anything.
He knew it was pod night.
He did know it was
knew
pod night. He did know it was pod night.
Well, we're going off on a tangent here, but I think that's episode 4 or week 4 all wrapped up. We've mentioned all we need to mention. Return of the Ron. He's back. Boom, 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 boom.
He is back. And give us your predictions of how many you think he's going to score this season.
Yeah, just type it in the DMs. Type it in the DMs.
We can listen to that. Thanks for listening, guys, and you know what to do. Hit the subscribe button, like button, retweet us, share our pictures or whatever. Share everything. Just do everything you can do to help us.
It's boom, boom, it.